There's a level of calm that doesn't break under chaos, a level of discipline that doesn't wait for motivation, and a level of strength so deep that fear itself kneels before it. Most people will never touch this level, because they are slaves to two invisible masters: fear and laziness. Fear tells you not yet. Laziness tells you you've done enough. Together, they build a prison so comfortable that you never realize you're locked inside. But centuries ago, in the heart of Japan, warriors discovered the key to that prison. A mindset forged in blood, silence, and ritual. A way of thinking that erased hesitation and turned men into living weapons. It's not motivation. It's not confidence. It's something far colder, far more dangerous. Today, you will learn the samurai mindset that destroys fear and burns laziness to ash. You wake up with fire. You promise yourself that today will be different. You'll train, you'll focus, you'll rise. But hours pass, and you're scrolling, waiting, thinking, tomorrow. You hate yourself for it, but you do it again. And again. You tell yourself you're tired, busy, unmotivated, but those are masks. Behind them lives the real enemy: fear. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Fear of effort without reward. And so your mind builds a shield called laziness. You're not lazy because you want rest. You're lazy because you're afraid to face what happens when you give everything and still fall short. You live in negotiation. One side of you wants power. The other wants peace. And the war between them drains your life. The samurai didn't have this war. They killed it before it began. There's a word, Mushin, the mind without mind. It's the state where action flows without hesitation, where thought and movement become one. Used by samurai since the 1200s, Mushin was their weapon against both fear and sloth. When the sword leaves the sheath, there's no time to think, only to act. The samurai trained until thought itself became the enemy. To achieve Mushin, you must die before you die. You must accept every possible failure, every humiliation, every pain, and strip them of their power. Because once you no longer fear loss, fear itself has nothing left to feed on. And when fear dies, laziness dies with it. The warrior moves, not because he wants to, but because he must. The story I'm about to tell you is about a man named Ren Takeda, a modern man who lived like a ghost of his potential. Every morning, he'd tell himself, tomorrow I'll begin. He'd watch videos, read quotes, dream of discipline. But his life never changed until one day, he stumbled upon Musashi's words. You must understand that there is nothing outside yourself that can ever enable you to get better, stronger, richer, quicker, or smarter. Everything is within. Everything exists. Seek nothing outside of yourself. That single line burned through him. He realized he had been waiting for a savior, motivation, luck, the right time, when the samurai had already told him, there is no right time, there is only now. He made a vow. For 100 days he would live like a samurai. He would act without emotion, train without permission, move without comfort. Day 1 broke him. Day 2 tested him. By day 10 his body was numb, his mind screaming for rest. But by day 50 something strange happened. The voice of fear grew silent. The whisper of laziness faded. He didn't need motivation anymore. He had replaced it with movement. He had entered Mushin. There are 5 principles of the samurai mindset, the system that kills fear and laziness before they rise. Principle 1. Accept death daily. Meditate on loss. When you accept death, fear disappears. The samurai said, if you wish to control others, you must first control yourself. Control begins with the acceptance of mortality. Principle 2. Eliminate negotiation. Set fixed hours for battle and honor them like a code. The weak debate. The warrior acts. When it's time, you move. Principle 3. Seek the edge of discomfort. Every day do one thing that terrifies you. Cold water, exhaustion, silence. The samurai believed that growth lives where fear begins. Discomfort is not punishment and is the forge. Principle 4. Kill the needing mind. Don't need music. Don't need motivation. Don't need perfect conditions. Need nothing, and you become unbreakable. That is Musashi's law. Depend on nothing external. Principle 5. Practice without gaps. Don't chase perfection, chase continuity. The blade that is sharpened every day never rusts. The warrior who trains daily never collapses. By day 100, Ren was unrecognizable. He no longer waited for strength. He moved as if he already had it. Fear tried to whisper, but his mind was silent. Laziness tried to pull him back, but his body had become pure motion. He didn't decide anymore. He simply did. He didn't need courage. He had rhythm. He didn't need motivation. He had mastery. He killed the man who once waited for permission, and from his ashes rose a warrior who no longer needed to feel ready. When you reach that level, people won't understand you. They'll call you obsessed, ruthless, robotic. But what they're really seeing is freedom. The freedom from fear, from hesitation, from weakness. Because when your discipline disturbs others, you've reached the level of peace that terrifies the world. So now the question is yours. Will you keep waiting for the perfect moment, or will you cut through hesitation like Musashi? You are not chasing discipline anymore. You are becoming the kind of person who doesn't need it. The warrior's path begins the moment you stop asking for one. Comment your vow below. Declare your 100 days of movement. And remember, fear dies in motion, laziness burns in fire, and silence is where the warrior is reborn.